Hey everyone, today I'm talking about the Logitech TAPMUPZOMINT, the tiny box that turns any small conference room into a Zoom-ready powerhouse without the usual mess of cables and half-baked software. If you've ever walked into a meeting space that looks like a tech disaster zone with dongles hanging off laptops and microphones that pick up every keyboard click, you know the frustration. I've tested this thing in 3 different offices, and it's the first piece of kit that actually makes small room Zoom calls feel polished instead of chaotic. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So what does it actually do? At its core, the TAPMUPZOMINT is a one-box solution that bundles a 4K webcam, a speakerphone with noise-canceling mics, and a touch controller into a single puck that sits on the table or mounts under a display. You plug it into power, USB-C to your laptop, and an Ethernet cable for rock-solid internet, and you're basically done. No extra dongles, no driver CDs from 2012, no IT tickets just to get the camera to focus on the right person. In my last meeting I had 4 people in a 10 by 12 room and the camera automatically framed everyone without me touching a thing, even when someone leaned forward to take notes. The audio is where this thing really surprises you. The built-in speakerphone has 3 microphones with noise suppression that actually works. I've used it in rooms with air conditioning humming, hallway conversations bleeding in, and even when someone was typing on a mechanical keyboard right next to the puck. Everyone on the Zoom call said my voice came through clear, and I didn't have to repeat myself once. The speaker is loud enough for a small group to hear without cranking the volume to 11, so you're not disturbing the next room over. Setup is literally 5 minutes. I unboxed it, plugged in the cables, and the device showed up as a certified Zoom device in the meeting software without any firmware updates or reboots. That's huge if you're not the person who lives in the IT closet on weekends. I also like that the touch controller is simple, 1 button for mute, 1 for camera on/off, and a little dial to adjust volume. No learning curve. No accidentally hitting end meeting for all because you misread the icons. Another real-world win, the camera has a 90-degree field of view, so when you're in a tight rectangle table you can actually see everyone's faces instead of just the person sitting directly in front of the laptop. I've been in so many calls where half the team is cut off because the built-in webcam is too narrow. With this, even if you're sitting at the corner of the table you're still in frame, and the auto-framing keeps you centered when you move around. Power users will appreciate the USB-C pass-through. You can charge your laptop while the puck is connected, so you're not juggling 2 cables under the table. That small detail saved me from crawling around with a flashlight more than once. I also tested it with Teams and Google Meet just to see if it was Zoom-only magic. It shows up as a generic USB audio and video device, so it works fine in other platforms too. That flexibility means you're not locked into one ecosystem if your company ever switches tools. Now, nothing's perfect. The puck is white plastic, so if you have a dark table it stands out a bit. It's not invisible, but it's not an eyesore either. Also, the speakerphone is great for small rooms, but if you've got a 20-person conference space you'll still want a dedicated soundbar. It's not designed to fill a warehouse. Overall, this is the first all-in-one kit that actually delivers on the promise of walk-in, plug-in, meet. It's saved me from IT headaches, made my calls look and sound professional, and fits in a backpack if you need to move it between rooms. If you're running Zoom meetings in a small space and tired of jury-rigged setups, give this a look. Link is below, check it out and let me know what you think.